Baby, don't go. Hey, hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Junior's World of Soul. I am back with the new video. Y'all, I have came in with my boy Kevin Ross, one of my favorite dudes right now that's representing R&B in the right way. I have talked about him so many times on R&B Bangers. On March 24th, Kevin released his album, The Awakening. That's still in rotation for me right now. Like I said, I talked about him so many times on R&B Bangers because I want him to win. Like I said, he's been representing R&B the right way. This dude actually can sing, and you can feel the soul and the R&B from him. And he's on Motown Records, so I guess he's trying to keep that soul R&B legacy going, but also remain current. So on his album, The Awakening, he has bangers. The #1 R&B song with Long Song Away. The banger that one of my favorites off the album that he released, and where Shonda Rhimes had put it on Greg's Anatomy, is Pick You Up. And a favorite of mine is that I talked about highly, Don't Forget About Me. He brought the video out and it was dope, and I was happy because I was like, yo, this joint needs to be a single. It's the summer, you know, but I guess it was just a promo single since the album was released. But officially, the second single is Don't Go, is the song that I came in with. I talked about this song before because before he brought out his album, The Awakening, he did an EP with Long Song Away. He had like 5 songs on it, and one of it was Don't Go. And I talked about it in the video in one of the R&B Bangers. If you go back, it's maybe about 7, 8 videos ago. But I talked about that song, but Motown is making it the official second single. So, you know, Don't Go is definitely a banger. I want y'all to support Kevin Ross for real, for real. Like I said, this dude is representing R&B the right way, and he's talented, like all around. He plays instrument, he can sing, and all that. And I know he's starting the Awakening tour. I'm gonna try to catch him when he's in DC. But y'all support this brother. He's young, bringing that current R&B vibe. You know what I'm saying? But again, I want y'all to support him. And his album is called The Awakening, and that's why I came in with that, you know what I'm saying? But this video is about giving y'all 4 of current R&B bangers for the week. So I hope you guys really dig them. I hope you support them. You know, like I said, we need to get real R&B back on mainstream, because mainstream always talks about it being dead, and it's not. There's plenty R&B out here, and that's why I do R&B Bangers, to try to show y'all that real R&B is here. We just not getting the mainstream respect that we should be getting, and that's why these mainstream radio stations are quick to say, oh yeah, we not getting real R&B, but y'all not playing it either. So for me, that's why I do R&B Bangers. But y'all know I had to go on a rant, so let's get this started. Starting with a lady that I've known her music forever, for a minute, because my mom loves her, and it's Ledisi. And one thing about Ledisi, she sings. Now, if you love R&B music and you love R&B soul and you don't know about Ledisi, I can't trust you, because this girl is just dope. Just to hear her sing live is just amazing. You know what I'm saying? And she's just dope, and she's growing as an artist. And now, even though Ledisi was out since the 2000s, you know, my mom was rocking with her, and I paid attention to her, but my mom really rocked with Ledisi. But I started paying attention to her in like 2006, 2007 with her Lost and Found album. Then I started paying attention to her, and then I had to go back. And I was like, yo, Mom, Ledisi got a new album, you know, Lost and Found. And my mom was like, are you serious? I already know that. You know what I'm saying? She was like, she liked Ledisi. So after that, after I heard that album, it was like, yo, Ledisi had me as a fan. This girl can sing. She has that jazz flavor going on. But again, the girl sings. And y'all know by now, R&B Bangers, I tell y'all that I got to hear the vocals. You got to get me by the vocals. That's just one thing you got to do for me. But again, she brings you that jazz background. And when she got to the Pieces of Me album, this is the album that me and my mom played like crazy, with joints like So Into You, Shine, and her duet with Jaheim, Stay Together. Now, that my mom played over and over and over again. Like that duet, her and Jaheim came for blood. We love that joint for real, for real. But then she came out with The Truth. And The Truth is when she started getting that more of that R&B into it, because like I said, Ledisi is jazz. That's where she comes from. That's where, if you hear her vocal stylings, that's her. But you know, she's definitely inspired by R&B artists, that's for sure. But you can tell she has that jazz background. But when she came with The Truth and came with I Blame You, it was a whole different type of style. But it was more R&B, but it was still that jazz flavor that she bring on it because of her vocal stylings. And right then and there, I was like, Ledisi is coming into this R&B lane. Like, so when I found out that she had a new joint out, I was like, whoa, where's Ledisi gonna come next? Like, what is she gonna do? So when I heard High, I said, oh shit. Ledisi adds some trap to the joint, and it's current. And I was like, yo, this joint is a banger. And for real, this joint is smooth. It still got a bounce to it. You know, it kind of gives you the thick of it. It reminds me of Thick of It by Mary J. Blige. It kind of gets that. But I must say that she worked with DJ Camper on the Truth album before Mary worked with DJ Camper on The Strength of a Woman. So I was like, okay, Ledisi. So when I heard this, I was like, oh, yo, this joint is a banger. And I got to talk about it. It's a dope joint. The joint is called High. And it goes a little something like this. Here we go. Ooh, let's get it. Come on, Ledisi. Here we go. Woo! Like that joint is so smooth. Like I was like, Ledisi brought it with that. I was like, yo, this joint is a banger. And if y'all not feeling that, I don't know what to tell y'all. That joint is just smooth, but it still got a bounce to it. And you can rock to it for real. And now, you know, trap and all this is getting, obviously, it's a thing right now. And, you know, R&B artists are bringing it. And what I like about what Ledisi did with this song is, yeah, she brought the little trap elements in there, but it's still her. She's still giving you those vocals. It's not overproduced. It's not oversung. And she's still giving you that jazz flavor. It's still her. You know what I mean? But it's still current. And I'm like, look, if mainstream radio can't play this, I don't know what, you know, they bugging. You know what I mean? Because this song, the youngers can jam to it. Like, it just has that bounce to it. Like, just... Come on, y'all. And then she's still giving you vocals on that joint. So that's why I was like, Ledisi, this joint is a banger. You still got the classic soul elements to it. You singing on it. It's current. It's funky. It's dope. Everything about this record is dope. Yo, for real. It's on iTunes right now. Y'all support this record. It needs to be on mainstream. It's better than a lot of songs on mainstream radio. Support this. Like I said, it's on iTunes, any streaming network you go to. Please support this joint. It's Ledisi High. Now, the next is coming from an artist that I found on one of my favorite websites. This is rnb.com. And his name is Austin Sexton. And now, I don't know a lot about his music. So when I heard this joint, I was like, yo, this joint is a banger. So for me, when I hear you got a banger, it makes me go back and listen to, you know, your music. You know what I mean? But this joint that he got, yo, gives me the Marvin, I Want You, Midnight Love album type of flavor. You know what I'm saying? Because when the I Want You album, Marvin did have some up-tempos on that joint, and then on Midnight Love he had some up-tempos on it, but it was a sexy type of album, but it was still up-tempo and it had a little bounce to it. And this is what this joint kind of gave me the vibes of. The joint is called About Last Night, and it goes a little something like this. Here we go. The joint is really smooth, y'all, for real. It's really smooth. But here we go. Give y'all a good sample of this joint. like it just got, it's just so smooth, and that's what really caught me about the record. It was really smooth, and it's, for me, it's like a summer record. It's like, for me, you know, you're riding with your car during the summer, and you got the windows down, and you don't need something to be thumping. You know what I mean? This joint just is smooth enough to ride with all the windows down. You can blast it, and you can kind of ride smooth to it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what really caught me about this record. It's not too fast, but it still have a nice groove to it, and that's what really caught me about it. Also has a new joint, his new album, Good Sex, coming out July the 10th. And like, again, I will be checking out more of his music, because this kind of made me go back and listen to a couple more of his joints. But I know he got some EPs out there and things like that, so I'm definitely going to check him out, because About Last Night is a banger. So again, his name is Austin Sexton, and the song is called About Last Night, and it's a banger, so y'all check it out. I'm gonna put all his info in the more info box so y'all can check it out. But this joint is definitely a banger, and it's definitely smooth. So that's your second R&B banger. The next artist I caught on late. Better late than never, like I said. Mali Music is one of my favorites right now. I talked about why I caught him so late in maybe 3 or 4 videos ago, and the one thing that I love about Mali Music is his music is about truth. And that's what soul music is about. It's about truth. You know, putting the truth into your music, making us feel whatever you're saying is truthful. You know what I mean? And that's what I like to hear in soul music and R&B music, because it seems like now everybody don't know if they want to be a rapper or if they want to be a singer, and it's confusing. You know what I mean? It's really, really confusing. And so when you hear these records, it's like, it don't even sound truthful, especially the songs that's on mainstream. It's like, it's not truthful. And then it's like mainstream world is not giving it a balance, and we need that balance. And the thing I really like about Mali Music is that you can understand that he has gospel roots. His roots are gospel. And it's in all his songs. And I love the interview that he did where he talked about how he feels that gospel music, there's always a line. It's a line that you can't cross. But he feels like in today's world, and how BB and CC connected to us in the 90s and what Kirk Franklin did, we can step it up a little bit. And I really appreciate him being honest about it, and he puts it in his music. And I'm like, we need that in the world that we're living today. We need truth in our music. We need people to be inspired. We need people to talk about God in their music. You know what I'm saying? We need like records in the 90s where we had Addictive Love, and we had Stomp, and we had Silver and Gold, and you know what I'm saying? And It's Okay by BB and CC, that was crossing into the R&B world and becoming #1 records on the R&B charts because people was connecting to it. And we need that. And I really, really appreciate Mali doing that and putting that into his music. So like I said, 3 weeks ago, I talked about his song on R&B Bangers, and it's still in rotation to me because it really connects to me, and it's really about truth. And the joint was called Gonna Be Alright. And if you've been under a rock and you don't know this song, I guess I'll give you another sample, but this song is just so dope, and it's just so inspiring. And you could tell that Mali puts his life and his story into it, and he's talking about God, and it's just a beautiful thing, and he adds a nice beat to it, and it's just great. And the joint is called Gonna Be Alright, and it goes a little something like this. Here we go. See all that you are going through, and it's gonna be alright. 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 Woo! Like, that song is just so, it feels good to me because I know anything that you're going through, and if you got God on your side, everything is gonna be alright. You know what I mean? And I love the record, for real, for real. I just love this record. So when I saw that Molly had a new joint coming out, I was like, yo, I love Gonna Be Alright, and it's so truthful. I was like, yo, what is he bringing to me next? What is he gonna do? And this new joint is off his album that he's coming out with, The Transition of Molly, and it's called Still. And it's a slow joint, but it's powerful, y'all. It's really powerful, and it's really the definition, what I feel, of what a love song really is, because I feel like, Molly is talking to God, and that's what I feel, and it's just the love that he has for God, and he will always have that love for God, and he will never leave it. That's why I think he called the song Still. And just to give y'all a good sample of it, it's just powerful, like I said, and it goes a little something like this. Here we go. That's when we're going up, oh, going up, when we rise and fall. You know I'll always be in love with you still. Woo! Lord have mercy. Like, if you just didn't feel that vocal run that he did on that song, it's just so powerful. And like I said, to me, I think Molly's talking to God, and he's telling him through the good and the bad times, I'm still going to love you forever because you're number one in my life. And I don't know what a better love song than that. You know what I mean? Like, I always talk about Mary because y'all know she's my favorite artist of all time. And her song, I Never Want to Live Without You, which is my favorite Mary song of all time. I feel like, in my opinion, the way I connected to that song and why it's the favorite of mine, because I feel like Mary was talking to God. In my opinion, I feel like it was so spiritual to me. And that song reminds me of this song, Still. I feel like this is Molly's testimony. And when you put in your truth into music, when it comes from the heart, it reaches the heart. And that's why I love this song so much. And to me, we need songs like this on the radio. With the times we're going through, with, this stuff with our government, with the stuff going on these planes, with people fighting, and everybody with still dealing with racism and all this kind of thing, we need some inspirational music on mainstream radio. And like I was saying in the beginning, it seems like what mainstream is doing now, they don't give it a balance. We don't have a balance. It's all about partying, and that's it. And that's why everybody directs themselves back to the 90s, because in the 90s on mainstream radio, you had real R&B on there, you had gospel crossing over, you had so many. And to this day, now, when you listen to mainstream radio, it's all about trap. It's all about partying. Yes, we can party, but we also need a balance where we can be inspired. And like Molly Music said in his song, everything's going to be all right. Or in this song, Still, it's like, God, I will still love you. I know I'm going to go through some good and bad times, but at the end of the day, I still have love for you. And that needs to be on mainstream radio. And again, Molly, I really, really appreciate you for this song, because this song really touched me, and it's like a testimony for everybody, and it's a testimony for me, and that's why I felt like I had to talk about this on R&B Bangers, because again, we need songs like this as a balance on radio, because it's all good to party, but we need, music that really inspires and touches our heart for real. So the third banger on R&B Bangers in Molly Music's Still. Beautiful, beautiful record, and powerful. And it's just, you see, I'm so passionate about it because I just love when people put their testimony and their truth into their music, because you can feel it. And it seems like every song that I heard from Molly Music, it touches my heart, because you can feel the truthful in it. You can feel the truth. Everything is truthful about that. So I really, 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 really love this song, and I want y'all to go out and support him. And when his album, The Transition of Molly, comes out, I'm definitely going to cop it, because he's 2 for 2 for me. So, again, Molly Music with Still. Now, the last joint on R&B Bangers is, I learned this artist again from thisisrnb.com. Her name is Joyce Wrice. And I'm just learning about her music, and that's one thing I love about R&B Bangers. When I get introduced to new artists, I just find out about their music. But I feel like with a banger like this, I have to talk about it. But I did go back before I started doing this video and listen to a couple of her joints. I like her joint Take It Easy and Love Thing. And again, she shows live, you know, videos of her actually singing live. You know what I mean? So you know that captured me. So, you know, with that being said, you know, a lot of these girls that's on mainstream radio, when they sing, they don't sound right. Hello? But, she has a new joint called Good Morning. It has that jazz flavor and these horns. Now, if you know me, I love a horn. If you give me a good horn in a song, you got me. And it's a really good song. Like, the song that I can think of right now is Kissing a Fool by George Michael. The horns in that song is just amazing. And if you can get me with a good horn, you got me. And this joint is dope. It gives you that jazz flavor, but the horns on this is so epic. The joint is called Good Morning, and I'm gonna give y'all a good sample of it. And it goes a little something like this. Here we go. No. Cause I'm all up on you. Woo! Oh my God, y'all. Y'all can't hear that horn? Oh my God, that horn was just amazing. Oh my God, that horn. Oh my God, and that's what really I love about the song. And then Joyce is riding that beat with her smooth vocals, for real, give you that jazzy flavor, and it gives me that 90s flavor. Like, it takes me back to the 90s a little bit, you know what I mean? And it just feels so good, y'all. So, like I said, I'm just getting into her music, so I definitely want y'all to check it out. Again, her name is Joyce Wrice, and this joint is called Good Morning. I'm going to put her info in the more info box for real, for real. Check this girl out. She sings, and she got a couple of dope joints. But again, I'm going to, you know, get more into her music and hopefully talk about her more on R&B bangers. So that's your 4 bangers for the week. Ledisi with High, Austin Sexton with About Last Night, Molly Music with the Inspiring Still, and Joyce Wrice with the Jazzy Good Morning. Now, y'all, these songs are so dope. They deserve mainstream attention. These songs are real R&B, but it's still soulful. The soul is still there, but it still can, you know, the current generation can relate to these joints because, hello, Ledisi gives you that trap type of vibe. You got About Last Night. It's groovy. It's still, you know, it's still got a little bounce to it, so you can groove to it. Molly Music still is just an inspirational record that I think everybody can connect to. And Joyce Wrice, About Last Night, oh Lord, Good Morning is a dope joint. So definitely, y'all, I want y'all to show love to these joints. These joints are great. For real, support Kevin Ross with his album The Awakening. For real, y'all, I really want mainstream to really respect R&B. I want y'all to know that the real R&B is still out there, and I'm going to continue to keep talking about it and keep fighting for it for us to get our respect on mainstream again. So I'm going to actually leave y'all with another inspirational joint that I heard Friday, and that joint had me in tears at work, and it's such a touching record. Again, you know the gospel roots is there. And one thing I can say, Miss Brandy Norwood, you can feel your soul on this record with those runs and everything you was doing. The joint is called Deliver Me. It's by Sir the Baptist. And, you know, it's like a Kurt Franklin kind of silver and gold type of joint where he's kind of talking and Brandy just giving you vocals. So touching. And the joint is, again, it's called Deliver Me. And it goes a little something like this. Here we go, y'all. Hope y'all ready to just feel it. Yes, Jesus. Here we go.
When he would leave the house, she would say, Lord, deliver me. So all they seem to do is,
Woo! Y'all, come on. I had to leave y'all with that. And I'm out, y'all. Peace.